That boy is our last hope.
I'm slinging them things. The one you truck can't be strange. I'm focused, I stay in my lane. The one the culture might change. I'm slinging them things. The one you truck can't be strange. I'm focused, I stay in my lane. The one the closure might change. I race in the sky.
You are now tuned in to iRock TV, your go-to for sports, politics, and the biggest stories shaping our world. Straight facts, real talk, and no nonsense breakdowns. Stay locked in and let's get it. Welcome back. Today again, I'm finna drop another bomb video. So, man, I'm glad y'all able to make it out here, man. Show me some love, man. Show me some love. All right, man. So, hope you guys are having a good day. So, this video is going to be about the recent action with the general manager, Calvin Booth, I think is his name, and head coach, the former head coach, Mark Malone. So, finna get right into it.
You have to be genuine.
Push up, get under, no soft switching.
My father was a coach, so I grew up in a gym. The passion that my father had for the game was definitely passed on to me. I've really been blessed having been around some great basketball minds. It definitely started with my father and continued all the way up to guys like Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Brown, Monty Williams, and Mark Jackson.
I just was so impressed with how hard he went at it. He was able to connect with players, and that passion, that intensity, that knowledge is what came through.
We have dominated 6 quarters out of the 8. The fourth quarter has given us issues. Played for 48 minutes tonight. The second thing is this. Enjoy this moment, enjoy this opportunity, and embrace it. And play with an urgency and a desperation that embodies that. We didn't have that in game 2. That's who we are, that's why we're here. Go out there and take it.
Murray falling away. Rebound, Brown, banks it home. Bruce Brown puts the Nuggets back up by 1.
35 seconds to go. Back over to Jimmy Butler. If they miss here, Denver's going to win the championship.
Butler on the drive, gets inside, stops. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. The Heat will let it play out. It's over. At last, the long wait is over. The Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
The 47-year wait is over. The Denver Nuggets stand on top of the NBA world. Oh my God, I can't believe they did it.
Way to step up for us time and time again, man. Appreciate you.
Just what happened with some of the turnovers?
Yeah, I think in the only 13 for the game, but I think 6 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, just unfortunate. And I was just telling Russ, I got him out. I thought Russ was great tonight, and he'd run a long stretch. I got Jalen back in the game. Then I had that inner conversation, hey, I got to get Russ back out there. And then Jalen did a few things, but really costly turnovers at a key stretch of the game. And we've become so accustomed to seeing us execute and make big shots and get the right shot. And obviously we just didn't have that tonight. Quarters 2 and 3, we guarded nobody. You give up 37 and 37. That's problematic. And obviously we go 8 of 31 from 3. They make 15. The three-point line was a big part of tonight as well. But, I'll start with me. We've lost 4 games in a row, And I'm never going to this guy, that guy. How about me as a head coach, not doing my job to the best of my ability? And that's what I challenge over our guys. We haven't lost 4 in a row in a long time. And it's really easy, to be together and say family when you win. But when you're losing games, can you stay together? And do you have the balls, do you have the courage to go home and look in the mirror and say, what can I be doing better to help this team? And Sacramento, Memphis, Houston, no one's going to feel sorry for us. And so we put ourselves in this hole, and we only have ourselves to pull ourselves out of it. And I look forward to seeing how we respond.
Yeah, this a shocker right here. I don't understand how you go from winning the championship in the 2022 season and 2022 through 2023 season to firing a head coach, and then the general manager. So look, let me read out this article, and we finna, read off some information first. All right, so let's do some reading. Give me 1 second. Nuggets fire Malone Nets for Denver's playoffs. Jokic's future. That's what the article title. ESPN.com. The Denver Nuggets shocked the NBA world by firing head coach Michael Malone, announcing that they will not extend the contract of the general manager Calvin Booth on Tuesday. With just 6 days left in the regular season, the Nuggets are only 2 years removed from winning the NBA championship and are currently in the 4th place in the Western Conference. But after a 4-game losing streak, Denver is now just half game above the 14 that are currently tied in 5th. ESPN Basketball Power Index gives the Nuggets a 46.9% chance of falling into the play-in tournament, with a closing schedule that includes road games at the Sacramento Kings, Houston Rockets, sandwiched around a home date with the Memphis Grizzlies, who also made a recent coaching change, firing Taylor Jenkins March the 28th. The Nuggets will be hard-pressed to hold on to their playoff spot in the wild Western Conference postseason race. Our NBA insiders answered a big question about these moves, including what this means for Denver hosts and the 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic. Okay, so they got NBA insiders. Let me read a little bit about the insiders, see what they say. Now, I can't pronounce this guy's name, but he works for ESPN. Young Masuk. I don't know. Yomasuk. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. But anyway, shocking but not totally blindsiding. Change was probably inevitable, but the timing was a massive surprise. Tension had been brewing between Malone and Booth for quite some time, so much so that sources describe it as a Cold War. Denver has lost 4 straight, and it's just 11-13 since the All-Star break. Players such as Jokic have displayed frustration on the sideline. Vibes have been low, according to sources. And ownership believes it's time to move on from both men just days before the end of the regular season to give the team a jolt ahead of the postseason run with the best player in the world. All right, we have another NBA insider, Bobby Marks. Stunning. I swore to myself to never use that word, especially after the Luka Doncic trade in February. But here we are 2 months later. Yes, there were rumblings that change would come in Denver, but not 6 days before the season ended. Michael C. Wright. No different than the Memphis firing Jenkins, the winningest coach in the franchise history. Ridiculous. Denver is only 2 seasons removed from the only championship in franchise history, and you diminish the Nuggets' chance for a second title by firing the coach who got you to the mountaintop. This can't be a popular move within Denver's locker room. Fast. All right, this one insider that said some real stuff. Michael C. Wright. Okay, dang it, because I don't know what the other guy remarks was. They was cool, but this guy's on point right here. Let me see. Can I read somebody else? Even more surprising than Memphis' decision to fire Jenkins, given the Nuggets won the entire thing 2 years ago. Jamal Murray also set out Denver's past 5 games, would better explain the current skid to some extent. Apparently not, though. It's a stunning move to fire a coach with more wins than anyone over the past 5 seasons. Even more so, do it in the final week of the season. Crazy. That's what I'm talking about. Chris Herron saying some real stuff, man. Come on. Oh, man. I mean, I'm going to just stop it right there, man. Come on, man. Like, what is this foolishness? I just don't get it. What is going on in the NBA right now? Ja Morant doing gun signs. And now, then they fire. Was he doing that after or whatever? Okay, he started doing gun signs, whatever. His coach got fired in March. Okay, cool. And then he started doing these gun signs. So, I don't know what's going on, man. This NBA is very weird. Like, how you win a championship with a coach and then you don't vouch to even keep the coach because they had to fire him, which means that unless he just said he's just going to step down, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would y'all fire him and make him, like, kind of look bad? It's like staining. It's kind of not staining, but it's kind of like almost a stain in a way. Like, you got fired. Like, if anything, I want to like relieve myself of my duties and just tell my company I'm leaving. And then they fight. Almost like you leave your girlfriend and then she fighting for you to stay in the relationship. Like she fighting, she crying, she being all dramatic. When I'm leaving, I want you to fight for me. Like, oh no, please stay. I don't want you to be like, you overstayed your welcome. Now it's time to like get out the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy won the most for Denver. That's, you know what I'm saying, what they're saying. I haven't looked at that, but if that's true, and that he won the only championship that you guys had in your whole franchise history. Come on now, so what's going on? Jokic is a star player, so I'm just thinking with common sense would say that Jokic pushed the button to drop this atomic bomb on the NBA right now. Like six games before the postseason. And I don't know if that was the second seed or whatever. I think I gotta look at who the conference, but I know they was like you said, they in the top 5 seeds. So my thing is, yeah, you're gonna lose some games, but man, I mean, what is going on in their locker room? So I don't even think that. Okay, they got an admin coach and all that, but I don't even think that coach would be able to do nothing but kissing butt. That's all he know. He's just gonna kiss butt. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Jokic had to get Mike Malone out there because Mike Malone wasn't kissing nobody ass. He's a true man's man. You know what I'm saying? And he know what it takes to get his team to the champion. He know what he needs out of them. They said Jamal Murray was still hurt. Once again, you know, they always, you know what I'm saying, Jamal Murray he out of the lineup. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, if Jamal Murray stay healthy and the guys stay healthy, and they keep adding on to the team, they could be better. Jokic is having a phenomenal year as far as stat-wise, but it's all about winning. I think that's where it goes back to, like, you know, if Jordan won too, Jordan probably could have scored 50, 40 a game. I think, you know, he had at some point in his career, he had to dial it back and play team ball to play winning basketball. But also he still did, he was still able to lead his team and his position or the league in certain stats to get certain accolades. He did that. But at the same time, it was all about winning. I think the problem with these guys in this NBA is that They're more so about stats and regular season numbers, and then when they get in the playoff, it's like they're light and they start to diminish. But if you are who you say you are, you will continue. Even if you got pushed down, you'll get back up and you will show and prove who you are. You know what I'm saying? And even if you may be a young player and you don't do it this year, guess what? If you really like that, eventually you're going to come back in another year and you're going to be ready because you've been working, right? So that's the reason what made Jordan great. He kept transcending. Even when he got knocked down and he didn't have nothing, he kept working. And then once he got himself to have something, he would teach others how they can have something and they can share something special, right? So, man, crazy situation. I would say that I would have kept Malone. Whatever issue that the players had, they would have just had to get with it or get left. But if it's Jokic, how are you going? You're not just gonna blow it up like that. So what they did was they got rid, because if Mark Malone and the general manager were having a problem, it was a cold war between them. Why don't you keep Mark Malone, because he's the coach, and you just get another general manager that Jokic and Malone favor, so they can get a guy who can build a good roster so they can contend again. That what I would do. That would be my solution. I'm trying to think solution based and not just trying to vent and just tell y'all, what I'm saying, what I'm thinking, but also thinking and brainstorming to use your common knowledge or your common sense to kind of like formulate some type of constructive thought here. All right. So that's what I think. You guys, I had to make this video. You guys tell me what you think, and we out of here. Keep your game tight and your mind right, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.
That boy is our last hope.
I'm slinging them things. The one you truck can't be strange. I'm focused, I stay in my lane. The one the culture might change. I'm slinging them things. The one you truck can't be strange. I'm focused, I stay in my lane. The one that closure might change. I race